very, very big deal to win the AFC North, against the Browns. The Browns are a tough football team, and they're out there competing and fighting like they always do. I have much respect for those guys. So I'm proud of our guys. I'm excited for our guys. It's a great accomplishment. We had said in the locker room after the Chiefs game out in Kansas City that we were gonna fight, and everything was going to be for one another and for a greater glory. And it was going to be, to God be the glory, whatever we accomplish this year. And I think now's a good time to kind of talk about that. And that's what the guys were talking about in the locker room. And I'm proud of the guys for that. And I think that's really important to mention. One other thing I got to mention here, and we'll get started with the questions, is we did a bunch of game balls. We closed out with Michael Pierce, obviously, the most amazing play and the most crazy, amazing play in NFL history. That's what we said it was. So we got a game ball for that. That'll be on the game ball. But the game ball I didn't give out, and I want to give out right now, first team in the NFL with more than 4,000 passing and 3,000 rushing yards in a season. So that's a great accomplishment, and it's a group accomplishment. But Todd Monken's going to get a game ball for that. I think he did a great job this year. All the coaches did, all the players did, and that's a really incredible accomplishment. All right, what questions do you have?
John, it was I think it was 4 weeks ago you trailed the Steelers by a couple games. And, how impressive is it to go from that point to now celebrating being AFC North champion?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's an awesome thing, and it's a week-to-week league. And you really just have to take it one week at a time, one day at a time, one play at a time. And our guys have done a really good job of holding on to that. That 1-0 T-shirt that we all wear around is real. And so 4 wins later, we're the AFC North champions. Now, that's going to be exciting, and we're going to enjoy it tonight, and we're going to watch games tomorrow and see who we play. But we're moving into what we've been working for, because last year when we were in the locker room after the AFC Championship game, we knew we had a long road to go to get back to this very point. You get back in the playoffs with an opportunity to take the next step, and we're not there yet. We got a next game. We got a wild card game to get ready for, so that'll be our next challenge.
John, do you have an update on Zay Flowers?
I don't have an update. It's something that he has a chance to be okay with, but we'll probably have more details after an MRI tomorrow morning.
John, obviously the expectations were very high when you brought Derrick Henry in to put him with Lamar, but the numbers they put up were pretty historic. Did they meet your expectations, exceed them? Where did that fall?
It's a great question. The numbers really weren't part of the conversation. I think we were just excited about what we had a chance to build, because we try to build all of our offense, like our defense too. You got a Kyle Van Noy sitting right here. Say, what's the best way we can utilize this great talent? And I think when Derek became a part of it, and he was going to be paired with Lamar, not just Lamar, Mark and Zay and Isaiah and all the guys, how can we try to create a vision for what we can accomplish with those guys? And to see it come to fruition like that is really an awesome deal. Now we want to see it come to fruition in the playoffs.
John, Nate Wiggins obviously had the huge play to get you guys started. Was that a nice play to highlight how important he's really become to you guys over the second half of the season?
Probably so. Yeah, he's really he's a big part of what we're doing. He's established himself as a starter. I think he's playing great ball. He had a couple other ones in his hands that he was frustrated with earlier in the season. So we've been on him a little bit. Everybody, talking about getting that first pick, and to get it and take it back to the house, that's a nice way to start.
Was the plan to rotate at guard, or is it Patrick didn't practice a lot because he was sick? And
I'm telling you, Patrick wanted to go. He insisted on going, but he did a good job of fighting through that. But he was really sick. Justice Hill had the same kind of thing, and you see he wasn't able to be up for the game. But Patrick wanted to go. I felt like he just wasn't at full strength. He tried, and I basically just made the decision to let those other guys play who were full strength. So Pat's he's all heart, man. He's all heart. He's tough as nails, and he'll be fine, ready to go next week.
John, does Michael Pierce have a green light to go to the house, or are you ordering?
I was saying go, but Mike said that we had a meeting and we talked about get down, victory. It's a situation that we talk about. So he's a smart football player right there. I'm telling you, man, the most amazing play in NFL history right there.
How would you describe the slide?
yeah.
A little awkward. I saw his one leg flail out.
John, Lamar capped the season where over 4,000 yards. First player with over 4,000 yards passing, over 900 yards rushing. Can you just talk about the season season Lamar has had already.
Right. I mean, 4,172 yards passing, 41 touchdown passes. How many receptions? 4. Okay. I mean, that's pretty unbelievable. Over 900 yards rushing, 20,000 passing yards for his career right now. I mean, it's almost like, say less. What else needs to be said? And not just that, dude's a competitor, man. He's a fighter. He's just one of a kind. There's nobody like Lamar Jackson. I mean, he's in the locker room and he's not happy about the last drive, and we didn't handle it great. We had some personnel challenges and all that stuff, and he wants everything to be perfect. Everything. That's why these numbers are the way they are, because of who he is.
John, how valuable is it to be ending the regular season on a 4-game winning streak, now going into the postseason knowing you're hosting a first-round game?
I think it's valuable. I think it's a good thing. But I think if you talk to our guys, they would tell you that we can be so much better. We can play so much better. We weren't very clean in this game. With too many penalties, we operationally we weren't probably as great as we wanted to be. Mentioned the 2-minute drive that Lamar, wants to be perfect on, and so we can be so much better. But we're playing good football. We just got to keep getting. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. We need to keep getting better.
You got a first place schedule this year, got another very competitive AFC North. How impressive is it just for this team to have an opportunity to have a hat t-shirt game?
I appreciate you mentioning that. We don't talk about that too much, but it was a tough schedule, and it was a tough schedule. We played teams when they were at their best quite often, and they're coming off. They were on a roll when we played them, and I thought our guys handled it. And you get forged, you get toughened. When you come from iron, then you become iron, and I think our guys have done that. Let's see where it takes us.
2 more.
John, how much of a leap, you can only play the team that you face, but the level of competition, especially for your defense, the offenses that'll wait in the AFC compared to what you guys have faced at the end of this year. I mean, just the kind of level of competition that this defense is going to have to face once you get to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, the same level of competition that we've been playing against. And we played all the teams in the playoffs, when we played them all when they were playing really well. But they've been getting better as well. So we understand. I mean, it just gets better, it gets tougher. But so do we, and that's our job. Our job, the guys are saying it in the locker room. We need to get to work Monday, and let's get ready to go. We got to be at our best.
It feels good, had a t-shirt game. I always go back to my rookie season. We had Matt Weiss as the coach. He used to say that, had a t-shirt game, and that's pretty much always stick with me. So it's great to have this again.
As Kibby and Coach Harbaugh were talking about just the journey to get to this point, how proud are you that this team was able to win this division, given just the challenges of the year to get back to this point?
I'm very proud of our team. Piggyback off what V said, starting off 0-2, just looking at how things was happening with us, just battling adversity, people just doubting us. And just this turnaround we had, winning games here and there. And then this division is very tough. We got some of the best defensive players, in the league in our division, and we want to matching up against them twice a year. Really, I'm gonna say 6 times, because like I said, defense on all the teams we play, good defenders on all the teams we play. But I'm very proud of my team, man. We battled and we got the job done, but the job is undone. You know what I mean?
Personal accomplishments that you've done this season mean to you, if anything? The 4,000 yards, the 40 touchdowns, 800 yards rushing. What does that mean to you in relation to the team itself, too?
That's all my teammates, included with that. That's just not me, because when we practicing, I'm trying to get better. We got the look team giving us great looks. Those guys helping us out a lot. Got my tight ends doing what they doing. Running backs, offensive line receivers. That's all the way a team effort. That's just not me. I do what I'm supposed to do.
Lamar, how much did your heart kind of sink when you saw Zay down on the field and then he limps off? I mean, it sounds like the news isn't as bad as it could be, but
I was hurt. I was hurt, but when we're gonna see what happened, come tomorrow or whenever he got to do his X-ray or whatever, MRI.
Lamar, going back to beginning of the season, 0-2, and even when you guys start winning games, after that there was some frustration and so forth that you talked about along the way. How do you describe where you guys are at now versus back then, just in terms of confidence, communication, all those sorts of things?
We far ahead than we was back then, the 0-2 start. But just today, Like I was getting ticked off out there because I'm feeling like it was drives we didn't finish. We driving the ball, moving the ball. We getting great field position from special team and defense, and we're not completing the drive. But it happens sometime in division games. But we're not trying to let that happen going into playoffs. So it's still room for improvement. But I feel like we taking steps in the right direction.
Lamar, I mean, obviously you have bigger goals in mind. So is this a day to celebrate? You said the job's done, but it's kind of undone. So do you get to celebrate this, or do you focus more on the big picture?
Yeah, I'm focused on the wild card game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm cool what's going on today, you know. I'm cool. Don't get me wrong, but like my mind on something else. Yeah.
Two more. Lamar, did you get a chance to talk to Zay post-game and just what has he meant to this offense, his presence in general?
No, I really didn't get to talk to him. You know, Coach he was talking to all of us, you know, and I just said something brief to him, but then I had to come here, so I didn't really get to speak to him. I would have.
Lamar Bateman's been stepping up all year, but to see him step up today with Zay going down, I'm not surprised, I guess.
I'm not surprised. You know, I've been seeing what Bate was capable of doing, and we just got a glimpse of it, you know, but I'm not finna toot his horn. You know, we got things to do. You know, we got things to do. I already knew what type of player he was. We all knew. You know, we see him every day. But we just got something to do. We got things to finish.
Took a lot. You know, I think back to even before everything, we've gone through so much as a team. I just want to take a time of just to shout out Joe D and his family. You know, yeah. I got chills saying that because Joe D's with us, Jacoby Jones, his family. We know they're with us, and we're just so grateful to put on a proud display of football for them and go through what we've gone through as a group, whether it's, you know, car accidents, injuries with players, you know, the sicknesses that we've had. Just, I know all teams go through it, but, you know, just this specific group, coaches included, of, you know, starting 0-2, just the journey of the season to be where we're at with the strength of schedule that Coach just talked about, to be where we're at, you know, division champs and arguably the best division. I know, you know, everyone thinks NFC North, but still the AFC North, I think, is the toughest division, and to come out champs, it's awesome, and we're grateful to celebrate that tonight. But we have bigger and better things to worry about, and which is the wild card weekend. I was here last year for the AFC Championship, and this is all great, but our mindset's changed to get this first game. All the focus, we're not guaranteed anything after next week, so our main focus is to get to next week and have that 1-0 mindset. You know, it starts with Coach. He set the tone right here with this great interview he had. Hopefully I can piggyback off that, and then LJ, and then we're going to keep it moving to, you know, everybody's going to be the best they can hanging out tomorrow, and then Monday show up, be ready to go.
Kyle, the trajectory of this defense this season, from the start of the season to now, and how you performed, especially since the bye week, how have you, as a leader of the unit, seen the improvement slowly as we've been building towards the postseason?
No, you guys are with some good questions already. I think, honestly, we just had to take it upon ourselves as players. We felt like coaches were doing enough, and as players, we needed to step up individually and take ownership and really just battle it out. You know, you had high expectations coming off a season like we did the year before, the expectations to do that right again with kind of the changes that we had with the same players. It was kind of like our job to fix it. And I think we rallied it together. We had some good times together of communication and really locking in. And, you know, the offense, we're grateful for the offense carrying us for a while to figure that out. And that's what good football teams do. They just find a way to win no matter what. They allowed us to mature as a group and be competitive and finally just turn the script and finally play Raven football on defense.
Kyle, what did you think of Michael Pierce's interception?
Ooh, man. I felt my knees hurt after watching. We got to work on that slide a little bit, but honestly, you see the team, the love that we got for each other. The whole team cleared the bench to celebrate MP. I mean, his situation this year, battling an injury, and then to get back and to be ready and, you know, just be MP, the leader that he's been, the quiet, grab your lunch pail type of guy. But it's just, he's that constant, kind of like you sit back in the back of the room, like, okay, we're good, MP's here. And just to have him have a play like that it's incredible. I mean, kudos to him. He could play, I think he played running back in the day.
How fulfilling was it for you on top of the season that you could to hit the financial incentive there today?
Yeah, I mean, it's always awesome, but for me, I'm always worried about the win. I'm a winner. Our teams were full of winners, and that's all we're worried about is winners. Winning the game. But it's nice to put it in my pocket, though.
Saw Odafe join you in the double-digit sack club. Just what have you seen from him this season and his development?
Super proud of him. A lot of high expectations for him coming as a first rounder. Has battled some injuries early in his career, but just his work ethic to keep going, his belief in himself. Just super proud of him. I think, something that we want to do is to have double digits. I think it's the first time since Dumerville and Suggs to do. That was one of our goals together that we had, and it's awesome to accomplish that together.
Kyle, you touched on this a little bit, I think, already, but has it felt in a way like an 11-month journey from that disappointment at the end of last year to you're back to having the opportunity again?
Yeah. What was your question on that? Just,
I mean, does it feel like a complete story? I mean, does one thing relate to the other? I mean, have you guys been thinking about getting to this point ever since that point?
We would all be lying if we said we hadn't been thinking about it. I think, me and Coach Harbaugh had a conversation earlier, and I told him I didn't leave my house for a week after that. And just that mindset, as you get closer in my career, you're closer to the end. And those chances, you don't want them to slip. And it's all I've thought about all off-season training. We as a group during training camp, it's been on everybody's mind, LJ's included. And, we haven't forgot about that, and we hope we can correct that mistake. But it doesn't matter. We can talk about the AFC Championship all we want, but we got to get through the wild card game. That's our main focus. That's all we're focused on as a team is just take these next 7 days, 8 days, wherever we're at, and take it one day at a time.
Congrats.
Thank you.
A heck of a start to this game. Tell me, this was impressive the way you finished.
Say it one more time?
This was impressive the way you guys finished up tonight.
Yeah, no, man. We've had a lot of trouble finishing games and doing all that stuff throughout the years, not only this season. So for us to just come out, finish the season the way we want to, more importantly, going to the playoffs the right way is
defense came together. Offense really came together in the second half. Talk about both sides really putting it together in the second half.
It's complimentary football. So, like Coach says, everybody preaches. December football going into January, and then hopefully rolling into the beginning of February. Playing complimentary football, defense, offense, special teams, everything coming together is what's most important. So for us to do that, today, like I said, hopefully that continues to roll over next week. So now I'm proud of everybody. We had a blast today. It was good. But like I said, the real work starts next week.
Was that your first career interception?
I want to try for 6. So there's a long history of turning big guy interceptions, the fumbles, and all that stuff into memes. So at the risk of ruining a career play like that for myself, it's time to go home. So bus was out of gas. We're good.
Was that the first interception that you ever had?
Yes. I've recovered a couple fumbles, but first time catching an interception.
Like ever.
On a win like this, to win is a big nice on the cake. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it means everything, man. This is year 9. Like I said, I had an injury this year, so just trying to find my way back, find my rhythm, and all that stuff is kind of tough. But to have that happen, like God is a funny God. So I'm grateful, and like I said, I'm glad I caught it. More importantly.
Can you describe the emotions that you went through when you caught that ball?
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to curse on TV, but S word. You know what I'm saying? Say, oh my God, he really threw this football. So no, I got fairly decent hands. I'm glad I caught it, and like I said, Coach preaching smart football, and like I said, I don't want to end up on a meme on Instagram. My wife and everybody laughing at me. So we did the right thing. We got down and kept it moving.
How satisfying is it that this team started 0-2? The defense really put in the work, and all that hard work paid off with an AFC North title?
Yeah, no, I mean, that was really tough, to be completely honest. Have Zach question, have us question. We brought a lot of people. I'm sure they questioned Eric's decision making. So for us to fight back, to have good run defense, pass defense has gotten a lot better. More importantly, it puts us in the chance to to get to the big one. So no, it's what you work for. So no, we're definitely glad to have everything on the right track and have some momentum going forward.